to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Punt is in the air. He's got it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll start on the ground with Brown. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
You know, God bless Texas because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried.
Got a little grass. Picks up the 1st down. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Manning. Coleman open on the right. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down. The Longhorns will try to move the chains on 4th down. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Manning to throw for it on 4th. He He's taking the shot. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Texas.
On these critical fourth downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Sategna. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Handoff to Xavier. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Run in the red zone, it's Robinson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Mateer. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. On the move. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. The offense in hurry-up mode. To the air on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Good timing on the quick out. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll run the option. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
That's a Nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find their way.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, Manning. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield. He does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns. Because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, Manning. Caught, and he's got room. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Throwing, Manning. Snags it over the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Manning. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Wide receiver going in motion. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Texas! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
On the move. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it.
He's got it! He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Off play action. On the move to his left. It's caught. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. How about this on first and goal? The give to the wide receiver. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. Quarterback may change this route. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Beck's going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running inside. It's smothered. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They'll try the run. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Buys a little time. Hit as he throws. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Here's Xavier Robinson. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Takes a hit as he fires. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Looking to throw. Here's a heat, and they got it.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive, you want to get touchdowns, you don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this, but now you get no points. And the defense bows up on a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Arch is going to throw for it. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This guy is just wearing them out. Another 1st down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. Quickly to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Oh, they're after him. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with UCF taking on the number 5 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Cougars in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being pumped right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Sunbelt.
Texas and the Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. nearly a century, this venue has stood on the grounds of the Texas State Fair. Glad to have you with us from the Cotton Bowl. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right. It's part of what makes this game so special. The Red River rivalry, there's just so much fanfare. There's so much tradition. And remember, with bragging rights on the line, this thing just means more.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th and inches, maybe rethink things just for a moment. They call a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. Maybe some room here. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it.
There he goes. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Looking for the end zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on 4th down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach, taking those risks. But when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the 4th down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finish with this drive together. You're right. Circle that 4th down. That was a big one.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Arch to throw. Trying to set up the screen. Turning it on. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just...
Looking to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Mateer. Looking down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Wants to keep it in the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these.
The extra point is blocked. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. Pass to 50. Pass to 30. He's at the 10. He takes it the distance, and you can give him 2.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And the Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. Pressure coming, and they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on first and goal. On the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Texas! Great job by the back on the option.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Floating away. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
After that last incompletion, here's second and 10 from their own 20. It's complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Mateer. Buying some time. Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Here we go. Ready. Here's a give to Robinson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good...
Snags it, and there's running room. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun. Got his man out of the backfield. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. And now the hit knocks it loose. Grabbed by the kicking team.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
There's some room. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Using his feet to buy time. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get it first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Play action, here's Manning. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back open in the middle. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had...
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Longhorns looking to convert on 4th down. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. 4th down, Manning throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Give running right, it's Robinson.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To throw, it's Mateer. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to throw it again. Extending the play. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
He'll set up to throw. Lets it fly. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Might be changing the route. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. The running back makes the catch, but he's out of bounds. Officials signaling incomplete. Fourth down coming up. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Absolutely center cut. That slices the lead to 2.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for space, it's Smothers.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. blasted as he lets it go.
And that's a good sign for this defense, man. In their first 2 drives, they put scoring drives together. And they didn't get stops when they needed it. On the third downs, nice job coming up big on a third down, forcing the 4th down, and hopefully now getting off the field.
One for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about this.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. He's got it again. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with UCF taking on the number 5 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's BYU in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being punked right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Sunbelt.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 20.